Okay, I'm going to give you some quick advice on each of the 5 questions that you're going to find in the weather end of topic assessment. So let's have a quick little look at question 1. Question 1, we have a synoptic weather chart for the 15th of January 2010. We can see a variety of weather symbols, and we can see that Belfast and Stockholm have been indicated on our weather map. There's Belfast and there's Stockholm. We've then got 2 synoptic weather symbols, one for Belfast and one for Stockholm, that give us information about the weather that these 2 places are currently experiencing. You then have a question that asks you to look at the diagram Q4, which is the weather map above, and you must then give reasons for the differences in the weather conditions between Belfast and Stockholm. So we can see the differences in the weather in Belfast using this symbol and how it's different from Stockholm. We just have to compare the different parts. But what we have to do is use the information from this to try to explain those differences. So for example, Belfast we can see is warmer, 10 degrees compared to Stockholm 2. So why is it warmer by 8 degrees? Why is it 8 degrees warmer? So what information can we get from this weather map that might help answer that question? And you should do the other differences you see in the different parts of the weather symbol. So there's 5 marks, so you'd be looking for 5 differences if you want to get 5 marks, 5 explanations. Let's move on to question 2. Okay, so we have another synoptic chart. This time it's the 21st of January 2010. We can see Glasgow and Liverpool are marked on this map. The question then says, using diagram Q3a, which is this diagram here, describe the likely weather that Glasgow is likely to be experiencing. So describe. So by describing, you're not being asked to give reasons. You're just being asked to give me 4 statements about the weather in Glasgow. And you've got to base that on the information that you have in this entire synoptic chart. So 4 accurate statements about the weather that you would find in Glasgow. And type your answer on that page. Question 3. We have a synoptic weather symbol for London. And we are asked to give information about the weather, to describe the weather that London is experiencing, and it's 3 marks. So you're looking to give 3 statements about the weather in London using information from this weather symbol. Okay. Question 4 is a straightforward question that says anticyclones, or areas of high pressure, bring different weather conditions throughout the year. Describe the benefits and problems of an anticyclone remaining over Scotland for a long period of time during the summer. So there's 4 marks for this. So we need 4 descriptions. Those descriptions have to be a mixture of benefits and problems. And we have to think about it being a long period. So whatever weather we decide, we have to work out what kind of weather do you get with anticyclones or high pressure? What kind of weather would that bring? What kind of weather does it bring in summer? Specifically, because that's in the question. So if we had this for an entire summer in Scotland, what kind of advantages and what kind of problems might that kind of weather bring if it remained with us all summer long? 4 points for 4 marks. And finally, question 5. We have a map that shows 5 air masses that come to the UK. And the question asks you to describe the origin and the main weather characteristics of the tropical continental and polar maritime. So I need to know exactly where those 2 air masses originate from. Where do they come from originally? Where does the air come from? And what are the main characteristics? So what's the air like that comes from those particular 2 locations? Okay, and that will get you 4 marks. Origin and main weather characteristic for 2 different air masses. Good luck.